are, guys. We are in Pensacola, North Carolina. Myself and my 3 sons, we came down here and we are just doing what we can with this Hurricane Helene relief effort. We brought piles of boots donated by Bob's Boots, and it's been unbelievable. It's something that everybody needed. Everywhere we've gone, it's been a real blessing. So anyway, we don't have anybody on the live yet, but we're gonna just keep talking and showing what's going on down here. It's quite the disaster. This place is absolutely torn apart. So we spent the last couple days driving around and just talking to people and seeing the massive devastation. So it's something to behold. I'm gonna flip this camera around. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. It's a little tent city. And this is where so many of the supplies and people are, resupplying from right here. Let's flip around. I'll show you everything that's just kind of going on here. And I tell you, we're going to post a bunch of videos to our socials and show, everything that's been lost. This area was hit really, really hard. 30 inches of rain in a very short period of time hit this area. And these folks in here, there's people like this living in tents. Just absolute devastation. So we have a GoFundMe set up to hopefully raise some more funds for these folks down here and help out with this recovery effort. They have their initial needs met, the emergency type needs. Homes in this valley have been lost and they're just washed down the river right here. And we'll showcase some of that later. I can't get too far away. We are currently streaming through our Starlink that we have brought, and it's about the only means of communication in here right now. So again, this place was just hit terribly hard. You can see all this. These are all people right here that lost their homes, and I don't mean like lost them like, oh, they had some damage. They are gone. I mean, there's just piles and piles of snags and trees and homes. A lot of people lost their lives in this area. So I know the news cycle moves on fast, with elections and the other disasters that have happened in this country. And, I understand that, people this day and age are kind of have short attention spans, but we don't want to forget these people that are here. We came down here with just right here, this pickup, that trailer, that pickup, and that trailer, and Bob's Boots went really out of their way. I made a call to them, and within about 7 days, they had about $50,000 worth of boots delivered to our place, and we loaded them in these trailers, made space, and hauled them down here. And we've been handing them out to everyone and anyone we can. So again, we're here in Pensacola, North Carolina, and this place has just been smashed. And I will say something about these folks here. It is unbelievable that we are here to supposedly help and lend a hand and donate items. And so many of these folks have offered us a place to stay, food, shelter, just, oh, here, come on, whatever, unbelievable hospitality. And these are the people that have lost everything here. So, we're just gonna stay live in here. I'm gonna show you some of what we brought. And again, thank you, Boggs. You guys are awesome. This is just a little display of some of these boots, but here's my crew. We're licking our wounds. We've been going kind of hard. So we're kind of getting down to the ends of it, but this trailer was full up to about this strip with boots. And I'll show you this other trailer and what it had. It had about an equal amount, and we're getting through them pretty good, but these have been a really needed item. We got a bunch of kerosene heaters in here also that were basically donated to us downriver to bring out to folks that needed more. I mean, this trailer was totally full. Again, so if you have even $5, if you can donate anything, and I know this day and age everybody's kind of strapped, but these folks just literally have lost everything. You can see all the tents here. Now, these people here just a month ago had homes, and now this is what you got. You got tent cities springing up. So the outpouring, though, and the outreach from folks around here has been quite astounding. Tons and tons of out-of-state help, just like privatized individuals, general contractors, and just your average Joe citizens that have been down here helping so much. So let's see here. We're gonna just stay live. the folks should start coming back in. This place is kind of like a one-stop shop for the folks in the local area. You know, they do have food, they have dry goods, have fuel, and so the people will really start filtering in here. We've already gone through, I don't know, several hundred pairs of boots, and it's been it's been kind of a life-altering experience to come down here and see this kind of devastation, and makes you really appreciate what you still have. You know, like, yeah, you can wake up in the morning and bitch and moan about not having enough of this or that, but some of these folks have smiles on their faces. They have great attitudes. They're extremely grateful for the help that's down here, and they've lost, you know, just everything. They're literally living in tents. No exaggeration. I'm gonna get a drink here, and we're gonna do a little walk around, and again, just show you what's going on here. I mean, these people have been living in tents now, you know, for a month. My boys know a little something about that. We got a wall tent back at the ranch, and this guy and the other one back there's been living in for going on 3 years, you know, while we build our ranch. So, and it's not super easy. It gets a little overwhelming at times. What we got there, bud? Water? I'm gonna go get. Yeah, I need water.
No, we have liquid water.
Liquid water. Of course, it's liquid. Liquid. We have a liquid water instead of solid water. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little walk around here. I'm gonna shut up and just show you, let you guys see what's going on here. It's wild. It's a shanty town. A lot of good folks though here helping out. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I keep getting this message that messages have been retracted. I don't know what that's all about. If someone can shed some light on why that's happening. Maybe my moderator can give a call to one of my boys. But yeah, you can see, guys, you know, it's just tense. And look at you might be able to see from here some of that devastation. That river used to be pretty skinny, and it's just blown out. Millions of yards of earth, dirt, rock, gravel, trees have flowed down this river and just wiped everything out. We took some pretty wild drone footage earlier, just showing that we went to this place where several people lost their lives. There was 4 houses that just ended up getting swept away in a matter of seconds with the victims inside. So yeah, this is it. I mean, this is how folks are living. It's not all okay. It's not fixed. You just kind of see a lot of that on social media, like, oh, the Calvary's here and it's all good. This is going to take years to rebuild. This is quite the event that has happened here. Now, so you look at these mountains around here, and 30 inches of rain fell in some of these areas in a 24-hour period. So you can imagine what happened here. I mean, 30 inches, right? That's like over your kneecap. It's incredible. So again, the devastation has been something to behold. It's something I'll never forget. I was glad my boys got to come here and see this too. We are in Pensacola, North Carolina. Pensacola, North Carolina. So we met a gentleman and his children. He lives actually right in that house on the other side of this fence. Really wonderful, very, very nice folk. And they're fortunate to still have their house standing, you know. I'm gonna kind of go peek over here. And I'll show you how far the water came up. I mean, it was hundreds of yards wide here, going from the base of that mountain over there all the way over to where I'm standing. Just an unbelievable amount of water. I'm gonna walk out here on the road if I can. I hope I don't lose my connection here. Like I said, we're running on a Starlink. We got it set up over on one of the pickup trucks and a solar generator running it. You know, most of the communications are all still out, power's down. They have some power restored in a few of these areas, but not a lot. You can see they got a little mobile truck and materials just pouring in from everywhere. Some really, really nice folks that we met. Just give you the shirt off their back, and that's about all they got left, you know. Like I said before, they're offering us assistance and shelter and just being incredibly kind. And we're like, well, I don't know. I can't, it's hard to fathom how generous they're trying to be with us, you know. I don't know. I think I lost you guys. Sorry. Like I said, it's kind of hit and miss in here. We're back. Well, we kept some of you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Got a big old fancy motorhome in here, but like I said, most folks are just intense. I'll pick up my saw before someone runs it over. We have a bunch of tools with us that we brought, and there's a gentleman here that was building some shelves, and he was kind of working with some subpar equipment, so we lent him some tools. We're gonna do a little tour here in the tents, just take a peek at kind of all been donated and what's going on here. But what the real need is you know, people need to rebuild their lives and start putting homes together.
All right, guys.
All these blankets. You got her done, boss.
Yeah, better than nothing.
Hey, it's gonna hold something. There we go. We're gonna go out back here. Again, I gotta watch my connection. I'll lose reception from the Starlink. Food, blankets. Yeah, this place is far from recovered. I mean, it's a long way off. It's gonna take years. All right. Oh, I'm being hailed. Here we go. We're gonna go talk to the boys here. Okay, I know I got disconnected once, so I'm trying not to get to too many things.
Just let me know.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, let's go see what we got over here. We're gonna look at, hey, there's piles, mountains of diapers, cleaning supplies. That's a lot of formula. You guys got a regular Walmart in here.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick around here until the folks start coming in a little bit later in the day and continue giving out the rest of these boots that were donated by Boggs. Like I said before, they've been a really big hit. Apparently some of these folks that have been doing the recovery, you know, the actual boots on the ground, are talking about how they've already gone through like 2 and 3 pairs of boots already. So the new boots have been a godsend for them. We are in Pensacola, North Carolina. Pensacola. Here's the fuel depot. How you gentlemen doing on fuel? Howdy. Say hi to everybody. We got 268 people here. There, boy, you guys got some water. Look at this. This is a mountain.
Yeah, that's why, it ain't been a line item. Yeah. No. Cattail. I'm still taking a lot. Yeah, I'm still taking a lot of gas refrigerators, but we just do that. I'm gonna try this one. And then me and my buddy Mike will be the ones who are
We're gonna go find someone to talk to us and kind of give us the heads up, locals' perspective of what's happened here and where they're at.
Get all this moved over there so I can actually just hook it up. Get it going.
Pretty quiet right now, doing their things and digging things out, repairing. Hey, Mama, when you have a moment, if you wouldn't mind sharing a word with some folks. All right, this is Camp Host. Well,
I'm just one of the leadership team.
one of. So what? We got several hundred people on here, and we're just tell them what's happened, what's going on, where you're at. Where we're at, or where you're at in the recovery process.
Well, let me tell you something. My husband and I, woke up to the flood in front of our house. It did not touch our house. Our house didn't even have a limb come out of a tree on it. But our neighbors in front of us, they were going down the river in their trailers, in cars, just themselves. 5 of them should have died and none of them did. And a lot of them ended up at our house for the overnight because nobody could get out. And so after we kind of started figuring themselves out, here we are sitting in our house. We don't need to do anything to repair it. All it does is no power and water like anybody else.
Yeah.
And my husband has to have electricity because he has to use a CPAP machine at night, right? So here we are just manage our house and it's empty, if you will. Like, this is purposeless. All we're doing is just maintaining, getting water, getting gas, charging batteries, whatever. And we just really felt like the Lord telling us that we needed to get out of our house, that this was not where we belonged, because it didn't need anything. So we ended up through a series of events with living here in the camp and serving, and the supply is our job.
Yeah,
here with
that's your service.
That became our job.
Okay.
And few steps along the way, but here we live here. We are getting ready to go back home because it's only 1.5 miles from here. We call ourselves 1.5 mile missionaries.
All right,
We went
I
a
like
mile and a
that.
half into the mission field, and it's been such a joy because these are people we already love.
Yeah.
People we already care about, and so here we are. And one of the things about Camp Miller that's important to us is that it's a place where we can help support people in restoring their humanity and their dignity and their honor.
There we go.
And the way we do that is through material blessings, but not just stuff. It's also how we bless them. We try to create organization. We try to get things that people really need. We try to connect with them while they're here. We find out what other needs they have. We find out a lot of times they don't even know what they need.
Giving
Because
someone
they're so
purpose.
shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also they're coming from chaos, so we don't want this to be chaos. As best as we are able with our resources, we're trying to make this operate as best like a store as we can. It's hard to take things for free. If we can make it feel normal and not like they're rummaging through boxes,
Yeah.
like some kind of center, it makes it easier for people to not only feel like they can get the things they need, but also they don't have to sacrifice their dignity to do it.
That's
They don't
right.
have to beg.
That's
They don't
right.
have to be humiliated.
Yep.
To do it.
So, well, that was something here. I'm gonna flip around here. So, we've had a ton of people. There's been so kind and generous. They come over to get some boots and they go, "Oh, it's fine. It doesn't fit right, but that's fine." Or it's and they're like, "It doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll just take it." And I say, "No, it's fine. Be picky. Get something that fits." They're just trying to just not be a burden to anybody, although they've lost everything. So
Yes.
that speaks
Yes.
volumes to me. The kind of people that are here and the help that they still need, even though they don't necessarily want it. So that's what we're doing here at Tick Creek Ranch, just trying to shed some light on some of the stuff that's happened. And if anybody out there wants to contribute to help the folks here, what they really, really need. We talked about this. We're going to put some videos out on it, but something that would really help some folks here is helping them get through the legal and paperwork hurdles of how to file appropriately for the aid that's available, but they just don't necessarily know how to, because I'm not a tech guy. I can barely get this phone to run, so I'm not trying to make it sound like,
I don't
oh,
know
they're
either.
dumb. I'm like, hey, kid, get over here, fix this for me. So, you know, these federal aid programs and state aid, it's a lot of stuff to go through. They want to know everything. There's a ton of paperwork that has to be done. So anybody out there that knows how to do that and they're good clerically, they know how to run computers and they're tech savvy, that would be huge. Anybody can lend that kind of hand here. That would mean the world to them. There are funds available. They're just hard to get your hands on if you don't know how to get through the legal hoops. So
Right.
that's something. These people are going to need desperately building materials and skilled tradesmen to do this work. Now, there are a ton of people here that have helped and are helping, but those resources are drying up. They're going to need to be replenished. A guy can't be expected to be down here indefinitely and go broke on his own. There's guys here and contractors with crews. They're paying them, they're housing them, they're all out of pocket. They need assistance. So anything that anybody can do to help reach out to some of these organizations, the GoFundMe that we have posted, Samaritan's Purse has been amazing. We ran into them and we've heard nothing but amazing stories about
They've
how
been
much
doing
help.
this kind of thing a long time.
They have.
They have taken what they've learned and just gotten better and better and better over the years.
Yep.
With coming into crisis situations and being very valuable to the people they're helping.
They're very
We
professional.
appreciate them so much.
We yesterday we came into town and we were just kind of lost. We didn't know where we were going. And we were so fortunate to just pull off the side of the road to kind of regroup, and a bunch of these vehicles pulled over right in front of us. They got off the road too, and I noticed, oh, that's Samaritan's Purse. Oh my gosh. So we ran up to him and said, hey, where are you going? We got truckloads of boots. And they said, sure, just follow us and we're gonna go into Big Creek. And so we went in there yesterday.
Ooh.
We've run into a lot of folks that have just said nothing but wonderful things about Samaritan's Purse. So another
Good to
great,
hear. Good to
great organization.
That
You know,
would
you hear a
definitely be
lot
our
of
experience as well.
great. That is awesome to hear. So, and we're kind of got the lighting bad here. So, you know, there's a huge need here, and please, if you can, donate anything to these people. Your time, your effort. Share social media. Anything on your social media platforms. You see disaster relief efforts, just share them. It doesn't take but a minute to hit a button or two, right? So that's what we're trying to do. Shed some light on the things that are going on around here, and hopefully be able to bring back more resources and help more. I want to say again, and a big thank you to Boggs Boots. They donated near $50,000 in boots for us to bring down here to distribute to the folks that need them. So again, huge shout out. Thank you, Boggs, very, very much.
No,
Anything
that's
else
it.
you want to say?
Absolutely. I've got something else I want to say.
Okay.
In supply, one of the things that we found that's important is to give generously but give wisely.
Yes, ma'am.
So what we would ask as Camp Miller is to contact us through the Facebook page.
Okay.
Or one of the more social media outlets. I know we have a good Facebook page, and find out what we need before you come.
Okay.
Because
Very good.
we've had people, their hearts have been big. They bought rig trailers and things. We're reaching a place where material goods, as far as like people needing things,
Consumables and yeah.
we need targeted donations, things that we have requested, because getting just random donations, we're getting to the place where we just have to store those things.
Okay.
And we don't want anybody's donation to be less than what their heart wants it to be. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So contact the Facebook page, say, hey, we've got these people, we've got these resources, what do you need? And then listen
Very good.
and do that.
Very good. Yeah,
We
that's a great
always
point.
need volunteers, especially skilled people, can bring equipment. But once again, find out what's needed before you come.
Yep.
And gather that and communicate with the leadership, because they have their finger on everything that we have contacted everybody in this fire district. We're learning every day more and more what everyone needs, and so we're trying to give very specific assistance.
Okay.
So
Very good.
check with our leadership first before you make any kind of
Yeah.
physical effort to come here and bring materials or people and bring us what we really need. That would be great.
That's excellent. And you know, that there was a bit of concern on our part when we were coming down here. I was going, oh Lord, please don't let us show up and there be Connexes of boots already, because we didn't want to be bringing something that wasn't needed and it just end up being just junk in the way. And very fortunately, it ended up being a huge necessity. Everywhere we've gone, people are like, yes, boots, we're going through them like crazy. So
Yeah, the
if
conditions
you have,
tear them up.
yeah, absolutely. If you have boots, if you have old boots laying around, if you got new boots you want to take and donate to somebody somewhere, boots, they've been a real hot commodity, to say the least. So anything else that you'd like to add?
Nope, I think that's about it. And
Okay.
we're so grateful you guys came, and I'm looking forward to the boots you gave me while I'm doing work.
All right. Excellent.
All right.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you very,
Good
very
to
much.
meet you guys,
Yes.
and look forward to checking you out on social media.
Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you. All right. We're going to go back over here and see how the boot table's doing. Like I said, it's quiet right now. We kind of got it here on the heels of the first wave of folks. And, but there's going to be a lot more coming in as evening gets close. You know, people are coming in here to resupply and get goods. So, but the stuff that we saw here just a few hours ago is quite mind-boggling. I'm sure there's plenty of people on the planet that have gone through disasters and seen stuff like this, but that's very new to me. I've seen mild devastation. This is wild. It is wild. Just to see whole valley bottoms, places that homes used to be. You look up there and there's nothing. Sometimes there's a piece of a foundation left, or a post or a flagpole. When we were in Big Creek, it was I don't even know how to describe it. It was kind of emotional. Where the fire department used to be right across this river, we looked out across it, and there was a full fire department there. And the only thing left standing was a flagpole with an American flag still on it. There was nothing left. Not a foundation, not a truck, not even trash. It was just a gravel bar. And you know, that, I don't know, there was something about that image that just like kind of really hit home, you know. So I'm gonna just continue walking around here for a while and just kind of keep showing people what's going on. And we got locals helping here. We got like some militia, it looks like, you know, they're trying to keep the riffraff to a minimum, it seems. But from what I've heard, there's really been almost no shenanigans, and everybody's been very helpful and appropriate, to say the least. So let's take another quick stroll. Try not to lose you guys, but I want to just keep showing anybody who's new on the stream here how these folks are living right now, you know. And they've been living like this for a while. As you all know, now we're approaching, I think 5 weeks since the flooding happened. Again, remember, almost 30 inches of rain. Well, 30 inches of rain in certain mountain ranges landed, and this happens to be one of those areas. So it was absolutely devastated. We're on high enough ground here that you can see, I mean, there's still grass, and it didn't wipe these buildings out, but so many places on the other side of the road. Just right here on the other side of the creek, the other side of the road, toward this once very small, placid river, just devastated. You can see the crushing plant they have over there. They've got a little makeshift gravel pit going on to rebuild the roads, but it's I don't know, it's hard to describe without you being here. It's something to behold. It's one thing to see it on a camera and some guy like me talking about it, and I'm not very colorful with my description, I'm sure, but it's something to behold. It's a life-altering experience. Let's put it that way. And again, the people here have just been so kind, so warm, inviting, generous. Hey, here we go. There's some relief, guys. There's some effort. Yeah, that's it. See? That's what I'm talking about right there. Those guys that just keep smiling. People have just lost everything, and they're just kind. And just, yeah, it's pretty wild. Some folks we were talking to earlier, they were talking about how, you know, this stupid political climate that we live in now, how everybody has to hate everybody if you don't have the exact same political agendas and views. And I said, after this happened, those barriers have basically like washed away in the floodwaters. People have just kind of forgotten their differences, and they're working as a team now. It's amazing. It's amazing, absolutely. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm not really paying attention to comments much. I'm just doing a lot of flapping my neck. So I'm sure we're going to take and come back here as more folks come in, and the donations start rolling out again to the folks that need it most. But yeah, you know, I'm sure, like she said, there's a lot of concern, and there's a lot of people here who have the right kind of pride. You know, they're proud. They don't want handouts. They don't want something free. And so it's a very awkward position for them to be in also when they come here. They feel like, they're beggars, and they shouldn't. They shouldn't. I know that I might feel like that, but when push comes to shove, sometimes you've got to take and accept the help, And so it's been a real blessing. It's been great for my boys that are here being worthless on their phones. Look at this. Look at it. Hey, just sitting here. Yeah. No, that's all right. We've kind of been going hard. Have you guys even eaten anything? What about me? Oh, I see how it is.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, you don't want to hear me smacking. So you can see we got a big Atlas generator back here that's screaming in the background. So again, these areas have been out without power for a very long period of time, and that's expected to continue. But we will say this to the linemen: there are linemen all over this place. They're like ants. It's amazing the response that's happened in such a short period of time. A lot of folks have been told that they wouldn't have power for 6 months, and a lot of those areas already have power back. So that is huge. What an absolute blessing to have, just the bare necessities. This day and age, most folks just don't know how to live without it. So, just like this, here we go. Here's our command central, because communications in this area are down or very, very limited. Here's our Starlink setup. Thank you. What's going on? Maybe a little interference might be that. What's going on? Maybe a little interference might be that generator. I'm going to step back. It's called All Powers. It's a little solar generator. We don't have the panel set up right now, which we should. But that thing has been running some of our equipment around here for quite some time now, and it's like still at 100%. It's a pretty neat little device. So, we're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna probably get a drink, get some food, and we're gonna get back on this live here in a little bit. So right there, you had to, Harris 24, huh? You just had to make it political during this time, didn't you? Well, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for you. Not for anybody else, but for you. What a stupid comment. Unreal. People here have lost their homes and you're gonna make it political? That's too bad. Really? Okay. Well, yes, Daniel. Hey, appreciate that. It's, we're very, very blessed from where we're at, where we live. We're in the Ozarks, and we didn't have anything like this happen. So we drove over 2 states. Well, right now we're 2 states over. And, it helps put all this stuff in perspective for you when you think, you got the smallest piece of pie in life. Life sucks, you're down, or this or that. It can always be worse. I can tell you that right now. And these people here, this is a living testimony that it can always get worse. So we're going to come back here a little bit later and keep showing you what's going on. We're going to get some folks to come in, maybe talk to them, and get some more testimonies about what's happened here and what's needed. So we sure appreciate you guys, anybody here that's on it. And yeah, well, I didn't want it to get political, but I'll tell you that Trump 2024 makes me a little happier anyway. After someone posted a Harris comment. Oh my God. All right, well, we're gonna take a break here. We'll come back shortly and we'll see you guys here in a while. Thanks for sticking around on this live. Again, we are in Pensacola, North Carolina, and we'll be here probably for the remainder of the day. So we sure appreciate you guys. Hey, Sergeant. All right, you just left. Hey, Judge, what were you doing up here in NC? All right, there he goes. There's my chef. I got a personal chef here. Here he comes, a 6'7" chef. Thanks, bro. It's gonna make me the old man of Sammy here. Nothing like it. Here we go. We got Starlink, Doritos, and some Ozark Hearth. Nothing more American than that right there, kids. All right, well, I'm gonna expect that sandwich here, lickety split. Oh man, it's been quite the adventure. We're really blessed right now to not be getting rained on. I know there's a bunch more rain coming in. A blessing for us back in the Ozarks, because we've been in about a 3-month drought. It's been pretty bad there. So it's supposed to get a bunch of rain. But right now, with everybody living in this tent city, it's nice that it's not pouring down on us right now, especially all these folks in tents, Yeah, it's crazy just how many people are here and all the supplies and all the goods that are being brought. It's quite phenomenal. Seeing this kind of outpouring, you know, especially it's locals helping locals and just private citizens for the most part. There has been a bit of a federal response and some state, but haven't heard a ton of great reviews and feedback about that. So, which is unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. These people need the help big time, guys. They really do. So, yeah, there's just nonstop. It's like ants on a hill, you know, just people moving materials and goods around all the time. Just boxes of this and boxes of that, and they're side by sides and four wheelers kind of coming and going. They're hot shotting a lot of stuff out of here, getting into the folks that can't maybe necessarily make it here themselves. So, just a lot of help.
You can't ruin your livelihood while trying to help somebody else. That's like rescuing a drowning person that's pulling you out.
Amen. Amen. You can say that again.
We
Yep.
stand together out here. We don't do that. Right here. Yeah. One up there. Yeah.
All right, circling back. Here we go. We got some customers. Got some boots.
I liked mine so much, I thought of her and I called her and I asked for her size and told her to come get her some. So thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's a little toasty out here, isn't it, bud? I know.
Thank you.
Got some that fit?
Maybe.
All right, all right. Looks like you're gonna need another pair here real soon.
Yeah.
All right, boys. All right, folks, everybody who's been with us, we appreciate you sticking around this live. You know, the more you that view it and or like it, the more reach it gets, so we can help get the word out for what's going on down here. Still working on it. Oh, like that, like magic. Thank you, good sir. Very good. All right, guys. So we're gonna end this here. We're gonna sign out. We're gonna be back at you. Let's see if anybody's got. Let's see. Wiring up fuel tanks. All right, Sergeant. Awesome. Good deal. A judge, temporary bridges. That's awesome. Thank you guys very much. Everything, anything that anybody can do down here is just absolutely huge, and it means the world to these folks. So, all right, guys, that's it for now. We'll be back here pretty soon. Appreciate you. You have a good day.